Howdy folks, it's Talter here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Today we have another video in the JetStar, the newly released JetStar by Big Radials. I do need to disclose that I was given a VIP code for this airplane, so I did not pay for this myself, although I totally would have paid for it myself because it is a tiny, not tiny, but it's a small business jet, the very first business jet ever made in real life. And Big Radials has brought it to life for us in the simulator. Currently working in Flight Sim 2020. It probably works in 2024, but it doesn't officially work in 2024. But I'm sure it does, maybe, whatever. I don't fly 2024, so I don't know. I'm just reading things on Discord, but people are trying it. So there you go. Plenty of first look videos on this aircraft if you want to go back a few videos and check it out. Otherwise, we're just going to fly a regular flight today. This is the current version. Oh gosh, I forgot what it is, 1.0.3 or something. Can't remember. Everything is working pretty much. Autopilot works now, at least it does for me, although I can't get it to work without my Logitech because I get the buttons all confused. We'll talk about that when we get inside. So where are we? I actually don't remember because I set this flight up and then I did a practice flight and then I restarted the flight to make the video for you after practice. So we're at Sierra Echo, Quebec, Montreal, Quebec Mike, and well, shoot, we can't zoom out that far. Anyway, we're like an Ecuadorish kind of. Yeah, Quito. I can't see that far away. Quito, Ecuador. And we're flying to, where's it going to be? It's about an hour away. Skip. We're flying to, what is it? What did I put in here? I just picked some airports. Wait. Runway 1. Here we go. Skirg, which is Jose Maria Cordova International Airport in Colombia. Not Colombia, Colombia. I have a story from college. We had an exchange student because even though I was a music major, I spent a lot of my time with the computer science department in the late 90s. And where I went to college, in this tiny part of the upper Midwest, was huge for computer science. One of the best computer science schools in the area. So we had a lot of exchange students and a lot of females in computer science in the late 90s. I know, my mind is still blown from that. Anyway, we had a gal from Colombia. And people would say, oh, you're from Colombia. She's like, no, Colombia, District of Columbia, that's where your capital is. I'm from Colombia. It was just, and I'll never forget it, because she gets so annoyed when people said she was from Colombia. She's like, no, Colombia, huge difference. So anyway, that's where we're flying to, is Colombia. Alrighty, road weather's turned on. I think I have traffic turned off just to save computing power. I can't remember. One little bug, not a bug, and it's not the airplane, it's in the sim probably, is when you mess with your voltages and batteries and things. If you have the radios on and then you mess with this, your radios don't work anymore. I don't think it's the airplane. I think it's the simulator. But anyway, alright, talked about where we are, talked about where we're going, talked about the weather, and we're just going to start flying this thing. So, like I said, I have plenty of first look videos and detail of what we're doing and how I came up with my checklist and the checklist that they provided, meaning Big Radials, etc., etc. And we did one regular flight in this, and today we're doing another regular flight. Please make sure your trays are in the upright position. And if you're on the toilet, there's a toilet back here. If you're on the toilet, whoops, it is time to sit down because you don't want to be splashing around when the airplane is taken off. I left the door open, didn't I? How rude of me. Do not leave the door open. Man, I gotta make my cameras faster. There you go. Alrighty, let's see here. Stairs up, door closed, cups and glasses put away. Let's get this thing started up. Fuel bleed open, that's right there. Fuel and passengers. What are we going to do for fuel and passengers? Question is, do I really feel like spending the time to fill this out? I guess we can a little bit. Oh, my chair just rolled backwards. Let's see, who are we bringing with us? Just some random people, I guess. And friends of friends of friends and their friends and their cousins, whoa, and their children and a baby. That'd be a newborn. Let's say the baby's a couple weeks old. No, not 120-pound baby. And some luggage. There we go. Plenty of fuel, I think, for what we're going to do. Time of day, I don't know. I just randomly picked whatever. What does it say? It says 9:52 a.m., which is not my real life time. I don't know where it gets that from. The clock is fixed, by the way. Previous video we did, it took like 7 hours to go 40 minutes. That's because the second hand, or the minute hand and hour hand were reversed, I found out. So that is fixed. This switch down here is new for autopilot. We'll talk about that switch right there. Autopilot does work, like I said. In my test flight, I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to in my test flights. Heading worked all the time. Altitude worked when you pushed it, but then it would keep climbing until it settled down as climb rate, and then that would be the altitude. I couldn't get it to change altitude. Other people can, apparently, in the Discord. I could not get it to follow the purple line on the GPS. If you use a radio there and your button here downwards, it should follow the purple line on the GPS right here. It did not work for me, but it did work when I used my Logitech multi-panel autopilot thing on my desk, and then the buttons lit up like they're supposed to here, but it didn't work for me unless I used my Logitech. So maybe my Logitech is overriding this, and maybe if I unplugged the multi-panel, so USB cable, then maybe this would work. I don't know. I'm not going to unplug my multi-panel because too much work for me to crawl behind my desk and unplug it, because it's permanently set up, cable managed. So that could be why this didn't work the way I thought it would, because it's being overridden by my multi-panel. And I'm not going to do that test because I'll just use my multi-panel. And then it'll work just fine. So anyway, we'll talk about this, but I'm not going to actually be pushing the buttons on screen. I'm going to be using my multi-panel. Is there a card for that every time I say multi-panel? Alrighty, let's see. Where did that leave us? Mixture up on yoke. Okay, so that's the other thing. On my yoke, I have... There's no mixture, not jet, obviously. But on my yoke, if I don't push the mixture up, it doesn't turn the fuel on. Now, Big Radials has told me it shouldn't matter, because it's coded to not matter, but it does matter for me for some reason. So on my yoke, my CH Eclipse, the way it's bound to airplanes, I have to turn my mixture up for the fuel to turn on. Your mileage may vary. You can do different profiles, of course. I don't use multiple profiles. I use the same profile for every airplane. Drives people crazy, but that's just how I do it. So there we go. Let's see here. A mixture up on my yoke, which for you probably doesn't apply, but it does for me. Battery start on. It already is. Okay. Battery on, voltmeter to battery. Now if I touch this again, now my radios and stuff turn off for some reason. Or they don't turn off, it just the sim breaks the radios. So I can't touch that now anymore. Let's see, windshield inverter off. It should be off by default. Yeah, it is. Main transfer. Main to on. Bus select essential. And let's get our weather, if we have weather. Do we have weather? We do have weather.
Sierra Echo Quebec Mike Airport information, Echo 1400 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 6. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,900 feet, ceiling 4,900 feet broken. Temperature 16. Dew point 10. Altimeter 30.36. ILS Yankee runway 18 in use. Landing and departing runway 18. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Echo.
Echo, okay. We have Echo. I already hit B for barometer to set it to 3036. What do we have after weather barometer and ATIS? We're going to tune clearance. That's number 2.
Quito ground November 9er 801 IFR to Cordova ready to copy.
November 9er 801 is cleared to Cordova Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb and maintain flight level 190. Departure frequency is 119.9er squawk 5256.
November 9er 801 cleared to Cordova Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb and maintain flight level 190. Departure on 119.9er squawk 5256.
801 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.725 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Oh, they didn't keep my turtle thing? Oh, it says right there. Huh. Interesting. Okay. In the... Oops, what am I doing? I hit the wrong button. In the, in the autopilot interaction, it has the wrong thing. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see here. What are we doing now? We have our clearance, fuel bleed. We're going to start with engines. Fuel bleed, open, verify already is on. Air start to normal. I think we have to push that down. We do. And beacon on because we're going to start up with our engines. Select engine 3, which is right there. Come down here, turn on the fuel boost for 3, come back up here, hit start. And if you look here, it should spin up. And we'll let that spin up a second. And then we'll do the other engine. So the sequence is 3, 4, 2, 1. We should wait till it stabilizes, but it's a simulator. We're in a hurry. So not really a hurry, but a simulator. So let's go up here and do 4. And then come up here and start it. And it starts to get loud now. There we go. And we'll go down to 2. Down here. Fuel boost and start it. And we'll give it a moment. And then we'll do 1. Come down here. And fuel boost and start it. Whoops, I went too fast. I went before that even did anything. Let's see if I screwed it up. No, they're all going. Okay, cool. So we will let these run a minute. And then the starter engaged for me. Sometimes it goes out, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the day for some reason. But you would think when this turns off on its own, which it already did, then that starter engage would go out. Don't know. But anyway, engine select go off. Whoops, off. There we go. And then all the generators, I'm actually going downwards by scrolling up on my mouse. And then you can cycle the voltmeters, but if I do that, then I can't use my radios anymore, like I said. I think it's a sim issue, so I'm not touching that. So I'm actually going to take that off my checklist. No, I'm not. I'm just going to do it for now. Okay. All right, to continue our startup. Over here, we do anti-skid on. That's that switch right there. Number 1 inverter to on. So this goes to on like this. Now the checklist says to turn that off, but if I do, then we get our inverter out light. If we keep it on, the light goes out. And the checklist says make sure all lights are out. So the checklist kind of contradicts itself by saying turn inverter to off, but then make sure all lights are out. Can't have it both ways, so we're going to keep it on for now. Bus select goes 115. Which is right there. Again, if we do that off, then we also script the radios. Again, sim problem. So we can't go all the way to off, then we're screwed unless we restart. So 115 it is. Let's see, fuel bleed line closed. That's that one. Verify all lights are out. There we go. Sometimes, like I said, the starter engage goes out. Sometimes it doesn't. So we'll leave it that way. All right, auxiliary hydraulic on. That's this. Do hickey right there, and then make sure that pressure is at least 2000. That's right here. It's like 2100, so we're good. Wing inspection lights, that's for de-icing. We'll turn those on right now. And nav lights on because we're going to start moving. Discuss the flight plan. Pretty easy. Let me use this view. We're just going to take off. And oh no, it's gone. It does this in the whatchamacallits too. In the what are those called? The bush trips. If you don't restart completely, sometimes it goes away. So I did my practice flight, and there was a GPS track in here. And it was beautiful, all the way to our airport. And I restarted this flight. I didn't leave the sim. I just simply restarted the flight so that I could show you, record it after a practice, and now it's gone. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what can we do about this? Empty flight plan. Oh, what was that airport we were going to? I can just put it in there. We can fly direct. I guess. Which is a bummer, because we were going to use the GPS and autopilot and all this stuff. I mean, I guess we can go anywhere we want to. It wasn't this one, was it? No. It was Scurb, I thought. I don't know where that is. Well, I don't want to go too far away here. If we go too far away, then... man, let me find a destination here, and then we'll just do a quick flight somewhere. Let's just type in Sierra Kilo Romeo Golf. And let's just type in directly there. We'll just fly direct. So, I mean, I could probably mess with, oh, look at that. Cool. I think we want to do 2100. I think is what, not, yeah, 21,000. I think that's what I set up in the flight plan screen. So let's just do that. But I think what we'll do is we will mess with this. But I don't know which arrival is going to be. Maybe ATC will give us one, and then we go in here and we type in like we used to, right? Remember we used to do that. We'd type in stuff, blah blah blah, because it will give it to us. Other times it comes from your flight plan screen, which you don't have one anymore. So, or maybe we'll fly straight in. I don't know. We got all messed up, kind of bummed, but kind of don't care either, because there are many ways to skin this cat. At least we have a purple line now we can tie autopilot to. Okay, easy peasy. Alrighty, let me see here what is next on our thing, the flight plan discussion that we just did. Where's it going to fly? 53 minutes, I think it said on the flight plan screen. Which means I'll be doing this flight in 2 parts, because I have to go do something in real life in between. So, one part for you, one video, but what I mean is I'll have to pause it and come back later in real life. It doesn't matter. Let's see here. Alright, auxiliary landing lights on. If we come down here and turn that on, boom. I also like to turn on these now, although it's going to blind people. Let's not turn those on yet. Auxiliary on, no smoking and seatbelt. There you go. Those are both on now. Transponder on, that's way down here. Oh, it's already on, but it wasn't. Yeah, restarting the flight really screwed stuff up. Look at, I'm noticing a little things going on here, so we'll see how this goes. Hydraulic system standby 2, that's this one. Come on now, turn that on as well. That's when you get our flaps down. Flaps 2 clicks. If you look up here, you'll see it. Leading edge and flaps down. Hydraulic system, close cover. That would be this one. Boom, now it's just so you could get those down with the backup system just in case. And begin taxi. Phew. Alright, we got it started up, ready to go. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this switch here. So if you have this in the up position, oh, now it's backwards. Because I restarted the flight. So when this is up, it's based on your compass, right? When it's down, it's supposed to be based on your radio. But right now, up is the radio, and now it's backwards because I restarted the flight and did not restart the sim. Again, it's a sim issue, not an airplane issue. Whatever. Let's request taxi.
Quito ground, November 9er 801, with Echo ready to taxi IFR.
November 9er 801 taxi to and hold short of runway 18 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.35 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 18 using taxiway Alpha 801.
Alright, 180 is south, so that's to the left. So if we come out here and look, whoops, wrong one. If we come up here, we want to take off to the left, so runway 18 should be up here. This should be 36. Yep, so we have a very long taxi. That's okay. How are we going to get out of here? We're going to turn right, left. Just like that. That's what I said. Right, catch that? Our favorite taxi view. And let's get going here. That do better move, because I'm not going to reverse out of here. I don't want to hit the truck. What should we hit, the truck or the people? Let's hit neither. We're going to hit both. Decapitated that guy, and we hit the truck. Oh my, this is going to tip over on us. Whoa. There we go. Alrighty. Taxi away here. I'll wait till we get in a straight line, then we'll look around the airport a little bit. But just making that turn right now reminded me of taking a freeway ramp in the Mazda the other day. I have a Mazda CX-90, which for me is the most fun car I've ever had, other than my Fear when I was a kid. And I like pushing to the limits a little bit. I've watched people driving that track. They can do some pretty crazy things. But we had a cloverleaf, which I found out not all states have cloverleafs, but here in Minnesota we have cloverleafs, which are those tight circle ramps to get up and down from the freeways and everything. This one was really tight. Recommended speed like 25 miles per hour. I gunned it, went around, hit about 60. Speed limit was 60. So I hit 60 on this cloverleaf. And I almost lost it. I was turning the steering wheel. It wasn't turning very well because it's all-wheel drive, right? So I had some understeer. And then let go of the gas pedal like you should. Never use the brakes. Never, never, never. And it grabbed, and the front end went back and forth. I'm like, I almost slid off the road and lost it. But that confused me because when I watch people do it on tracks, they fly around corners, but maybe they're not doing 60, recommended 25. Maybe they're doing like 40, recommended 25. But anyway, I was just reminded of that when I made that corner. Kind of a funny story. My kid loved it. He didn't even notice that I was losing control and almost slid into the highway, but whatever. I'll never do that again. So at least I know where the limits are. Alrighty, it's raining, looks like. Beautiful airport too. As far as I know, this is not a custom airport. I mean, it could be. I don't think so, though. It is looking really good. Beautiful, beautiful. We are in the mountains, and we're going to remain in the mountains for the entire flight. And once we get up here and take off, we do need to make a U-turn to catch our GPS track. We will use autopilot. I have altitude already set to 19,000 because that's what it said to do when we got IFR clearance. I will use heading bug, and I will use vertical speed, all on my Logitech multi-panel. Not sponsored. I just like using it. In fact, let me set heading right now. It says 29 degrees. So we will do 29 degrees. I'll tell you where I got that from. Golly, this is no thrust, by the way. It's just been gaining speed on its own. See where it says 93 degrees, 29 degrees? So I set my heading bug to 29 degrees. So when I hit heading on my autopilot, that's where it'll go, just in case we can't get the purple line to work. Right, so going back to vertical speed here. And again, you can do most of this stuff on the autopilot here, but it wasn't working for me in my test flight again, probably because my multi-panel is overriding it. The weird thing, though, with my multi-panel is I cannot get the vertical speed more than 1,500 feet per minute. Probably because it's conflicting with the autopilot in the airplane. But anyway, if all goes to plan, we'll take off, hit vertical speed. It should capture the altitude at 19,000 feet. And if I hit nav on my multi-panel, it should... okay, remember, keep going. It should grab the purple line, which in here would be... putting this down. Oh, wait, is it going to work now? Now it's doing... Okay, now it's right. I don't know what was going on, but it started working now. Cool. So now it's down on that little switch. Right? Down. See how down changes the radio? Now down will be the purple line. As it should be. Yeah, and then if I hit nav on my multi-panel, then radio lights up there like it's supposed to. But if I hit radio, it doesn't capture anything. I don't get it. Okay, almost done with this taxi. Let's look at the airport one more time. People want me to show the airports more. Although it's way off over there. We're just in the woods. Alrighty, so end of runway checklist, which we'll get to in a second here. Just looking at my checklist. Takeoff speed VR 115. Yeah, I still get the stall horn when I do that, but that's what it says in the checklist they gave us. Flaps up by 180. We'll talk about that all in a second here. Man, look how fast this is going. Thrust it all the way back. That's just how it rolls. Alrighty. This is going to be a long video, isn't it? Because I'm keeping all this in. Usually I cut all this stuff out. But it's our second time doing a full flight in this airplane. So I'm keeping it all in. As I record this, I imagine it'll be one video. But if it's two, I'll try to release them like day after each other. So you don't have to wait to complete the video. We'll see how it goes. I can't tell. Can't tell what I'm going to do. Well, let's stop right on the line so that we can get takeoff clearance. Ooh! There we go. End of runway. Landing lights on. If you go up, it's single lights. If you go down, it's double. I like using the double because I can. Stall warning 2 on. That's this one right over here, which you can't really get to. So you go right here. And then you flip it up. There we go. I heard it clicking when I couldn't see it. Verify flaps. They're down. They're supposed to verify it up here, though. Note the time on the clock. What time is it? It says 10:15. I guess, local time. It's not where I am, but whatever. Anti-ice there, anti-ice here with windshield anti-ice, and anti-ice there. Let's do heavy because we can. Come over here, oxygen on, and that stays on. Yes, okay. Alright, there we go. Takeoff clearance, and then we'll go from there.
Quito, ground 801. Cancel IFR at this time.
What? I canceled it. I did not mean to do that.
01 IFR flight plan is canceled. Taxi to runway and request VFR departure from tower.
I totally hit the wrong thing. Man. There used to be a way that you could redo your IFR if you screwed it up. I can't believe I screwed that up. What a mess. Well, we'll just do VFR to the north, I guess.
Quito Tower, November 9er 801 at runway 18 ready for north departure.
November 9er 801 wind calm north departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 18.
Cleared for takeoff runway 18801.
It bugs me when people say things like silver lining, but the silver lining is that now we won't have ATC yell at us for our entire trip, but now we won't know how we're going to approach. So this video is not going very smoothly, is it? Our approach, or our entire flight plan got screwed up when I restarted the flight instead of restarted the sim. And now I accidentally canceled IFR because I can't read. But that's okay. We're still going to enjoy it. We're here to fly the plane. We're not here for the ATC and all that anyway. We're just here to enjoy the plane. So, alrighty. Takeoff checklist. Takeoff VR is 115, which is just above 120 right there. Gear up, flaps up by 180. Landing lights off at 10K. And then we'll talk about the rest once we're in the air. First we got to take off here, so we're a little bit to the left, aren't we? Yeah, because the line is not between our legs. That's okay. As long as you don't go off the runway, I'll be happy. And there's 120, so let's see if we can take off without stall horn. Nope, it won't take off yet. Nope. Come on. There we go, so it was at 140. So I don't know where the VF or the rotate is 115 because it won't rotate. Gear up. Flaps up. We need to turn around. We're going to hand fly out of here just for a little bit because we can. Nope. There we go.
Quito Tower, November 9er 801. Continue for north departure.
Flying from the outside just because we can. Although it's really difficult to fly from the outside. Alrighty, so let's see here. How should we do this? Let's do autopilot, heading, vertical speed 1500 feet per minute. And it's gonna do it or no?
Quito Tower, November 9er 801. Frequency change.
Yeah, so see, 1500 feet per minute is the max using my own autopilot with this airplane. Isn't that interesting? And that's scary. That's not gonna work. Can we pitch up? Does that do anything? No. So let's kill autopilot so that I can take over and climb more steeply. Come on. Steep, please. Everything's up, right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we're back to hand flying. Just because I gotta get some altitude here. And we're at 12,000 feet. Oh, that's awesome looking. Alright, let's fly IFR for a little bit here. Whoa, we don't need to go that crazy. Alrighty. Let's not get too crazy with our turn here. Let's... Come on. Come on. Why can't it nose down? I got my nose all the way forward. There we go. Probably because we're going up like 20,000 feet per minute. Alright, come on. Alrighty. Okay, let's use that towards the purple line. Level off. Climb. Gentle. Are we above terrain? What are we at? 16,000 feet. I think we can engage autopilot again. Vertical speed is still 1500. Oh, we gotta move the heading bug now, though, don't we? Yeah. We gotta get towards the purple line. So there's our purple line. Let's go a little bit more. Purple line says 29. Once we get there, so let's do 29 right there. So now we'll know when we intersect and follow our purple line. Boom. Okay, so when we get closer to this, I will introduce nav on my autopilot, and then we should follow the purple line just fine, and you'll see things light up down here, right? Like any select, altitude will light up at 19,000. We're only at 18,000 now. And let's hit before barometer at 18,000, which is right about now. Boom, we set the barometer to standard. And okay, we're in the second purple line. Let's hit nav. And boom, it's working. This follow is going to turn and follow the purple line. See, it's turning. It'll overshoot and come back, but that's okay. And there we go. Our boy is 19,000 enough. I know it would tell us 21,000 on the radio if we had radio, so let's move this up to 21,000 on my autopilot. And it'll keep climbing to 1,500 feet per minute. And it's turning to follow the line. And autopilot is working for me. And come down here. See, radio's lit up now. And then auto light up when it reaches 21,000. It's not even on here, but it's still working because again I restarted the flight, not the sim, and all that got screwed up. Whatever. Anywho, we are flying. Alrighty, here we go. Landing lights off, which we would probably keep them on in real life because of the terrain and other aircraft and everything, but let's turn them off just because we can. So let's turn that off. Whoop, come on now. Finding the click spot on these is really annoying. Seriously, what's it going to take? There we go. Off and off. Landing lights off. Auxiliary hydraulics off. That was this thing over here. We don't need it anymore. Click spot is way up here. There's like 1 pixel. Someone's complaining about that in Discord. They're like, how do you turn that off? I'm like, there's 1 pixel. Engine crossfeed's all open. Let's see if I get this right. We're just going to flip all these open. Oops, not this one. That's the bonus one. That's the boost one. Auxiliary pumps on. How am I going to get there? So we turn these 4 on. Turn those on. And now that on. So there we go. Everything now is cross-fed and the way it's supposed to be. All lights are off. Fuel flow is fine. Our engines have not turned off, so we are doing it right. We're still pegged at 100. Oh my, we're overspeeding. That's not overspeed. And we just reached cruise. We reached cruise at 2100 or 21,000, and we just crossed the purple line again, so it should turn us back. There we go. Perfect. Nice. All right, 395 nautical miles to our destination. Let's keep our speed as fast as we can. Barometer's good. Everything is good. Is this high enough cruise altitude? It should be. Oh no, my engine's all turned off. What? I did something wrong. Did we run out of fuel? Nope. Why did these turn off? What? Oh no. What? But this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do all the cross feeds on, and then you're supposed to turn the aux pumps on. Right? Oh no. It's stalling. Help. Oh no. Well, that was a bummer. How come that went to 3 on its own? Oh, that was... What? We have 1 engine. Okay. That switch is broken, look. Look at... The switch doesn't work. I can't move the switch to turn the engines back on. See that? We have 1 engine though. Sweet. Okay, we can fly with 1 engine. How come my GPS turned off? Battery essential. What happened? Mayday, mayday. We need to land somewhere. Okay, look at my... okay, so this is a flight full of follies. We have an airport right below us. Do you think we can land on it? It says we're climbing still. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, use this a second. Where's the airport right below us? I don't see an airport. There it is right there. Right there. Okay. Okay, I don't want to listen to that sound, so I'm going to turn down my volume. Can we do gear down? Does that still work? Okay. Do flaps still work? Yep. Okay. I don't understand. Let's just turn off all the engines. Yeah, or the 1 engine that works. And let's trim down because I got my yoke fully forward. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we're going to try to land here. Oh my, there's a big volcano or something in front of us. Where are we landing? It's right below us here. So we got to keep a reference to that body of water. But we're gliding. We're a glider now, so this is how it's going to be. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I did the crossfeed thing, because it even says in the checklist, do all your crossfeeds like this, and I did. Then it says turn the aux boost pumps on. That's what these 2 inner ones are. And then maybe it was this broke it. I don't know. I was just following the instructions, and when I did my flight the other day, like a week ago, it worked fine, right? To mess with this. I don't know, I'll have to do a test flight, I guess, where I start it up and then mess with these inner switches and the inner knob. And if it turns off again, that was my problem. Huh. I don't know. Anyway, let's just enjoy the flight while it lasts here. We just need to turn around, right? Because it's right behind us. Yeah. We have a long ways to go to get down, but I don't want to come down too soon because then we can't come back up. So, whoops. Oh shoot, I bumped my flat button, didn't I? Nope. Alright, trim down. Trim works. How you doing back there? I don't even know what the elevation of this airport is. Elevation, let's pull it up and get this elevation. What is it? 7,200 feet. What are we at now? 15,000? Okay, we have a long ways to come down. Because we got to turn around and line up with the runway, but not be too low. Because if we're too low, we can't climb to get back to it. If we're too high, we don't have enough ability to circle around again. So let's just head towards it at this altitude. See if we can get there, or maybe we're too low now. Our speed is really good. So let's soften our descent here by quite a bit. Because now I'm nervous. Yeah, now I'm nervous because now we're only at 12,000. Come on, I have my yoke all the way back, and we're barely coming out of the fall here. Where's the airport up? Should be pretty soon here. We should see the body of water. Shoot. Yep, there it is. Do I see it? Do I see the run? Okay, now we're too low. So we went from too high to too low very quickly. Where's the runway? Is it right here? Oh man, we're not going to make that. Oh no. Shoot. I let us come down way too soon. And why is it doing this to me? Don't crash. What? What happened? Hello, Sim. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. I mean, in terms of lining up for it. But I don't know if we're going to make it, because now we're too low all of a sudden. Shoot. Oh, well. We're going to try our best. Because I have approach. Actually, I can probably take some flaps in, right? Less drag. Less drag will mean more speed, right? Yes, there we go. That was a very smart decision. Where's the airport? It says approach is 130. Touchdown is 100 to 120. I think those are a little slow, but that's okay. Alrighty, here we go. Let's start coming down now. Oh yeah, bringing in those flaps was a great decision. Because now we're just hanging out. And we relying very heavily on GPS to find this airport. Because I don't see it. Oh, that's not it right there, is it? Oh, that's it. Now we're way too fast. Okay, full flap. That can't be it. That's just the road. Or is that the airport? That's not the airport. That has to be a road. No, that's the airport. Is it? We're going to pretend it's the airport. If it is, now we're going way too fast. Look. Oh, shoot. It is the airport. Okay. There's a speed brake thing, but I can't get too fast enough. So now we're going too fast. Like, way too fast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Talladega option method where you come down and then you pull back and bleed out speed very, very quickly. Remember, we don't have reversers or anything. So we are really fast right now. Have to rely on the brakes. If we do this, though, that's going to be kind of interesting that we're able to do this. Oh, yeah, way too fast. Way too fast. Oh, no, don't hit that tree. And don't miss the runway. And terrible bounce, because I pulled back and nothing happened. Oh, man. Well, we tried. We tried. We tried. We have a stall horn? Really? Come on. Oh, no. Blew it. Blew it. There's no way we're going to stop in time. There's no way we're going to stop in time. No! Oh no. Dang it. Oh, we had the potential to do something so good. This is going to hurt. Oof. We had the potential to do something so good. And I blew it. That's okay. That's okay. Bummer. Alright, everybody. Time to evacuate. Please. Oh man. Sorry for the person who's in the bathroom. Well, okay, I don't know what happened. Something with my fuel. I did something wrong with my fuel, even though I thought I followed the checklist. So what I need to do is yet another practice flight. And this time I'm going to have everything running, and I'm going to play with those cross-feed valves and see if I can duplicate my problem. And if I can duplicate my problem, then I won't do it, and then see if I don't have a problem, and then I'll record another flight. So welcome back to Ecuador. I don't think we even left Ecuador. That's a beautiful mountain. Anyway, I don't know where we are. Well, if you look in the notes of the flight, you'll know where we are because I would have put it in there. But as I record this, I don't know where we are. It's beautiful, though. I'm just kind of looking around, admiring. Well, there you go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Turn on notifications. Hit the like button so people know we exist. And I will see you next time.